That's just in, and it's owns as zero. Bitcoin, crypto, morning tea. Hey. Good morning, everybody. My name's pianomattyb. That is Scaramucci's. This is your morning TA. A brief glimpse into the crypto markets where the sun's shining, where the winds blow. All the humble opinion of this piano Zamboni bringing the FOMO index has inched down to 70 from yesterday's 71. Bitcoin dominance is 52.5%. 24-hour volume is 46 billion. The overall market cap, 1.79 give or take 100 million. Well, the weekend came and went, but surprisingly, the bullish prowess didn't seem to dissipate. But we talked about this, so it should have come as no surprise to anyone in this boutique community. When Bitcoin price action, well, she had a little bump. Price probability of this pattern is, and sing it with me now. Oh, you take the pull, you slide it on the breakout point, and then we're all at a 48K-ish Shakira. Call me delusionally bullish, but I'd rather see us retest resistance up at 48K. And Lord love a duck, she didn't do just that. After putting on its pumping shoes on Wednesday AM, price action continued up and over our channel resistance, peaking out at 48.7 and has feathered back down to a time of production 48K. Bullishly speaking, we can squint and make out this cute little bull flag, which has a price probability play out up to 50K on the noggin. Maliciously speaking, I wouldn't be surprised to see us hover back down and test the 20 moving average at 47.6-ish. And if she's so darn tootin', maybe even a textbook retest of the channel resistance, which is now acting as support at 47K. Now over on the ding-dong, we can see we successfully candlestick this weekend are hovering at our channel's resistance level. We did close a candle above, which I like. My hypothetical pattern I could see play out is to consolidate here today and maybe all week, building out the handle on this cute little cup and handle pattern. The price probability of this pattern is N. Sing it with me now. Oh, you take the pull, you slide it on the breakout point, and then we're all at 56.4-ish shot now. Quick look at the Wookie. Sees we did close the candle hill of green and above our channel's resistance. That's a double word score on a bullish feather in our hat. Is that a dad alert? Yes, it is. Seems we have some slight bearish divergence of the reversal kind, as price action has made higher highs and the RSI has made lower highs. She's slight, but she's there, and it's the Wookiee, so it might take a while if... And I say if she plays out, and we could definitely see some more upside before she does, if she does. And with the halving coming at us hard while the bull market gathers steam, any downside probabilities would play out fast and correct back up. even faster, like melt your face off, kind of faster. Would you look at that, my friends? The sun's up. It's another beautiful day here on planet Earth. A day none of us are guaranteed. We're not guaranteed these days, yet we're lucky enough to have them anyway. So get out there and knock them dead. And remember, we're playing the same game as our psychopathic elected leech. That's right, it's the long game. So zoom out and have a fantastic day. And we'll be going live right away, so grab yourself a coffee, join me for a quick one, and by all means, sing it with me now. I'll run the banks of boom dash bang, Bitcoin, crypto, morning tea. Hey, boy. Cha-cha-cha-ching. Desperately trying to hold on to that psychological level of 48K. On the dot, actually, right on the noggin. The funny thing about psychological levels is that they're retail psychological. So it's only because the retail trader, and it's not enough, it's not a pro, just a retail trader without enough time put in the market, they'll just pick these numbers, round numbers. 48K, sounds good. I'm in at 48K, or if it goes to 48K, I'm out. Same with all of them, 47, 46, 50, all these are psychological retail numbers. Now, the reason why pros don't pick it is because they're all paranoid about stop losses. Like I was. One of the reasons I stopped trading currency is that I was just 100% convinced that there were stop hunters, because I would have stops. So if the retail's at 48K and all the pro traders know retail's at 48K, well, then the paranoid pro trader is like, well, it's gonna wick out to 48K. So I will put my stop loss at 47.75 or 47.775, beneath the psychological level. And then sure enough, it gets wicked out at that point too. And then the next time, this me talking, I would say, well, okay, I'm gonna go 47.225, way down there. We'll put the stop loss way below the 48K, and it would get wicked out. Just not. It was almost like, does everyone have this chart? Or is this just my chart with the big wick that stops me out? And then, you have to reconsider. Good morning, Jen Friesen, stage manager at the Jimmy. You have to imagine that, I forgot what I was going to say there. Stop losses. Oh, wow. Fleeting glimpse. I looked at the comments, and that was it. I couldn't regain it. Any Bitcoin ads during the Super Bowl or no? I guess that would mean the Super Bowl was yesterday. I didn't watch it. Let's see what the XRP said. No crypto ads. I wouldn't know. The concept of the Super Bowl to me, and this is an unpopular opinion, is 4 hours, is it? Is it 4 hours, the game? Something like that? I can't watch it. I don't have any interest in football, but it's bizarre that there's these gazillionaires and then all the kind of, the bread and circus people pay enormous amounts of money. I remember when the Jets came to Winnipeg. This is 2011. Morning, Scotty Mo. He said the only crypto ad was a shot at Jack, former Twitter owner, wearing. Oh yeah. I saw a clip on that on Twitter. When the Jets came, they would get me and Scott, who when at the time it was Blackout City Kids with the hit Wrong Turn. We would get asked to play in between periods. It was a sweet gig because it was 40 minutes, right? Second and
between the first and second. We just played for 20 minutes. We were out. However, setting up was brutal and parking was brutal. So really, at the end of the day, we stopped doing it because we couldn't stand the parking. Because they wouldn't give us any like, hey, can you, we got gear here. Can you get it? We park downstairs with the semis and whatnot. Yeah, it's your fault, Jen. I lost my train of thought again. No, I'm just joking. We would play these games and I would see a dad, just a normal looking dad. I could tell he was probably a 9-to-5 or worker with his kids. And at this time, this was big money for Jets tickets. So we're talking like $500 a ticket was just kind of normal for some nosebleeds even. And I was just like, man, this dad and his kids, what is that, $1,500? Well, let's cut it in half. Let's just say it was $750 for the night. That's a lot of money to see these millionaire teenagers play. I know NFL is a little different than millionaire adults, but I just never understood it. And maybe on some certain degree, it was just time spent with the kids. I get it. But $750. I had buddies who were sales guys, and I was back in the party days. I was the best phone call when you had to get rid of your expense account. Whether it was lunch on Monday or dinner at a Jets game, I got the call. I went because I was good time Johnny. Is like they wanted to have drinks on Monday at noon. Cool. It's not Monday to me. It's just another day. And so I by the end of it, I told my friends, my sales friends, I'd say, listen, this is silly going to this game. I appreciate it, but why don't we do this? Why don't we go to, I think it was called Moxie's or something. It was within the arena. We'll sell these tickets, get whatever it is, and just sit at the restaurant, at the bar, and just watch the TV with the replays, massive, and then we'll just eat and drink whatever the hell we want instead of these $20 beers to nowhere at the arena. Anyway, that's what happened, and then obviously that they didn't like that because it turns out they were big hockey fans, which I didn't know. I thought, no one's really a hockey fan. Oh, 48.1. Looks like we're getting up there. Check out the noisy little so-and-so with Bobby F. Kennedy, John Travolta. Look at that. Just clinging to that 20 moving average, which is to be expected, really. This is remember the analogy of the cruise ship away from the coast will always. So if we were to just draw this 20 moving average going this way, let's say, well, I would expect our price action to basically do this. Just back and forth, up and down, outside that 20 moving average. It's always generally a decent, especially in a bull market, it's generally a good in opportunity at or below the 20 moving average. Doesn't mean it always is, obviously. It's a game of probabilities, but generally, if we were to, let's investigate that. Oh, come on. We're done with these arrows here. All the way back there, essentially. Can you see that? Nope. Where we were to buy here, boom, up, boom, up, boom, up. I think that kind of goes without saying. It's just oscillating around the 20 moving average, and especially in a bull market. You can't really go wrong at that point. Take a look at the ding dong. What did we say the ding dong? Oh, yes. This cup and handle pattern. Let's draw it in. I had to redo my, because I was on Binance, right? Binance. For some reason, and correct me if I'm wrong, if you guys have, what is this thing called? TradingView. If you use the same, let's say I use Binance for 4-hour daily and weekly, all the things would show up at the same time. So whatever lines I put on the 4-hour chart would show up on the daily and Generally, I would never use all these when I was trading. I would just use the 5-minute chart. Skype in the 5 minutes charts on the US Euro nightly session. So I had to get rid of Binance and just put in some bizarre one I've never heard of. So I lost all the doodles I had, but this was the thing we were talking about yesterday, the cup and handle play out. And then kaboom. Up she goes. That's what I'd like to play out, although it'll be dicey this week because we got tomorrow the CPI report comes out, consumer price inflation. And I mean, ever since the bear market, these things have been nothing burgers. But I've always kind of thought that the true test of the bull market is when we get some positive economic fundamentals from the legacy TARD-FIs to it would actually make the crypto or Bitcoin market go up, because we have been slightly correlated with it, but now I feel we're not. However, when we're not correlated with the TARD-FI, positive news in the TARD-FI will actually blow up. It's just more of a tailwind for Bitcoin. So we'll see if that happens. But I'm thinking, with all we see, speaking of TARD-FI, I saw that video of Biden, the poor old man. He's just they just keep putting him to work, making a complete fool of himself. He was saying that, and this blew my mind. That it's like, I know that most people won't even catch this. We all will. Everyone here will, but the general population won't. When he is saying the American population, the American people are tired of being screwed around or lied to, as he's lying to the American people, he's telling the American people how they're sick of being lied to. It's just, you can't write that stuff. Trying to blame inflation on it's the greedy business, this shrinkflation. It's the greedy business owners. How dare they? You see what they did there? They took a tub of ice cream, they shrunk it, they charged the same, and the American people are sick of it. It's just gross that they would put that out. And what's sad to me is that most people see that and go, yeah, those greedy ice cream makers, how dare they do that? Dave Digital, if you're at the top level of your sport, you should not make serious mistakes in a championship game, and damn sure shouldn't win if you do make serious mistakes. I guess that's I guess something's going on at the Super Bowl. Someone made a mistake but still won. This is why I don't care about professional sports either, because whoever made that mistake, I still wouldn't watch it, but if they were financially penalized for that. So for everything they did wrong, they got docked some pay. Now it gets interesting. So you get a quarterback and he throws an interception, and you can see it in his face. Oh my God, that just cost me $50K. That was a $50K error. What am I going to do? I just threw a $50,000 interception. Now she's getting interesting. Now I can watch it. Wide receiver, that's what they're called, fumbles a catch in the end zone with no one around. Well, then there's certain aspects. One, the missed catch, $25K. The fact that no one was around, $25K. And then there's retroactive penalties based on the outcome of the game. So let's say that the point spread of that missed touchdown, what could have maybe put that game into a tie or what have you, then it's a more financial penalty. Good morning, Miss Teen Crypto. Randy Hipper. Squeaky McGee I watched, but I never understood any mega sports fan. The team's players change every couple of years, so you're hardcore rooting for a name. Unpopular opinion, I know. Squeaky McGee, it is an unpopular opinion amongst most people I know and sports fans. So on one hand, I don't want to criticize sports fans because I play sports. I like playing sports. I don't necessarily watch them, but yeah, you're right. So in Winnipeg, everyone has this commitment to the team, but they forget that no one on the team is from Winnipeg. There's not one person. There might be a chiropractor or a physiotherapist that may be from Winnipeg, but the vast majority of all these people all these kids essentially, because most of them when I had the bar, they would come to the bar. They were 19. It always freaked me out because I'd see them on TV, right, like playing hockey with a helmet. They look like men. Then I'd see them at the bar, and they look like little zit-faced kids, punks, teenagers with $1 million contracts. Or I guess some of them were first year, so they were, I guess, 900. They had to take. Unfortunately, they're only paid $900,000 a year for their rookie year, which is I don't even know how they possibly exist on $900,000 in Winnipeg, when basically a massive house in Winnipeg costs about $600,000, so they're making $900,000 their first year. 119 live. Did you remember to help? Like the button. Thank you, Dave Digital. Yeah. 71 likes, 119 views. It's Monday. I'm pretty bullish about this week. However, just going to put it out here. There is that dump coming. And there's a couple reasons why, and a couple reasons why maybe not. From Gemini, they got the okay through bankruptcy to, I think it's, what is $1 billion? We just throw away billions now, like the number billion. I remember when $1 billion was it was maniacal sci-fi bad guy numbers, right? Now it's like billion. They just sent 61 billion. Oh yeah. So remember when the Biden thing, I was talking about Biden and how he's trying to gaslight everyone to think that companies are the reason why inflation. And then on the back door, he's just like 61 billion. We'll just print this up, send it to Ukraine. Anyway, got to get off that. There's going to be $1 billion sold into it. So now it could have an effect. We could see that dump maybe, back to this ding dong. Maybe we see it come back to 45.3. I don't know. Maybe that's the extent of the dump. Now, if it doesn't go down there, it will be, in the humble opinion of this piano, that it will be because the ETFs are still buying it up. They're hungry hippos. Hungry hippo. It's a hungry hippo. Here comes the ETFs. Poof. Eats them up. So I'm thinking that might be the difference. It might keep it at a price neutral, if you know what I mean. XRP A11Y, San Francisco lost 29 years since their last. Oh, so if San Francisco was in, here's the thing. You could put any team in here and I would say, oh, San Francisco was in the Super Bowl. I thought it was Miami for some reason. And I don't know why. I think I might have heard it at the squash club, but maybe that was a basketball game. I'm not sure. I don't even know. Chadwick, are we done with 42K? I think we're done with 42K. Let's see where 42K is, how far away on the ding dong it is. Here is 42K. Yeah, look at that. It's a real doozy of a volumatic point of contention. I mean, if we were to be sucked down drastically, I could see us going down there. Like the only thing that's going to stop us is 45.3, the resistance. And then once we break through there, it's probably a pretty good shot down to the 42K-ish area. So yeah, it's not crazy. Like, think about it. What is that? We're at 48. 40 is a 10% drop. Maybe 10, 12%. No big deal. I could see it. Here's the thing. We all know it's just, like you said at the end of the video, we'll have a fast and furious dump. We'll just have a fast and furious recovery because we have those hungry hippos, the ETF, hungry hippo, coming in and buying up everything. And to a certain degree, it's cause for alarm in my books because there's a lot of power in Bitcoin, and if it gets all accumulated by a bunch of legacy TardFi companies, well, I don't know. I think my analogy was the Bitcoin community was like this, Alterna Quirk high school group that's kind of got together and had some pretty cool parties, and people started talking. I really like what this group's doing. I think, and then the cool the cool guys, the legacy TardFi crooks, started catching wind. It's like, well, maybe we should go check out this party. Ding dong, knocks on the door on the Bitcoin hodlers. Hey, we're wondering, I know we haven't treated you well ever, but we're thinking maybe we could come into your party. Just check it out. Door shuts. You ask all your buddies in the Bitcoin community, should we let these TardFi people in? I mean, they're psychopathic elected elites and they're crooks and everything. We're fair, honest people. Hey, there's a path to redemption. Let's let them in. Open the door, let them in. They trash the house. So that's what I fear with everyone coming in. ETF coming in and buying up everything. Like they are buying up. I don't think we fully understand the extent of how much they're buying. Because our goat has been Michael Saylor, right? When we think of him and his purchases, we're like, wow, nothing could possibly be greater than Michael Saylor's purchase. No, they're greater. They're more. Dave Digital says, I'm going to say it in a movie trailer voice, ETF inflows are not to be ignored. The pace that they are growing will impact price heavily. I agree. I think we have with the ETF let down doldrums when we were expecting it to go to the moon and it didn't. It's just, it's the positive reaction is just like the negative reaction. So back when we were getting rate hikes, we would see the knee jerk in the market and then it would come back to the mean. Whatever happens on day one of a rate hike that plays out into eternity, 9 months, 12 months, 18 months. We haven't really seen the ramifications, the consequences of these hikes. So when we saw the ETF buy, it's not like boom, because we're talking about the legacy TardFi industry, which does accounting different. It's not digital blockchain accounting. It's still people with visors and hats and smoky rooms, trying to consolidate the left and the right. We got to make these round out to zero. It takes a long time. That's going away. That'll die. But what happens is that it plays out into eternity, that buying pressure. Even though there's a lot of selling pressure from Grayscale, the buying pressure will play out into eternity. And that's what we're seeing. Well, I guess Duke is late. He's going to have to pay the price of being late today. Maybe we'll make him walk to school. I don't know. Well, thank you for tuning in, everybody. Appreciate everybody tuning in every morning. We'll get Duke here tomorrow. Take care. Check out Randy's stream in 15 minutes. Misty in Crypto.
Make sure you like and subscribe and share this video.